three against one, 3-against 2. We have to be more clinical to finish the game sooner and again. So with the send-off of Casa, you never know what is going to happen. So we have to take every chance to kill the game.
Bruno Fernandes with his 100th Manchester United goal. Just how valuable is he to what you want to do with this team?
Yeah, he has a great spirit. He's our captain, and he scored a goal playing as a midfielder. So I'm really happy with that.
Well, are you hoping that does silence some of your critics? Is that a case in point?
No, it is nothing about that. People don't have too much good things to say about our team, about our results, and I understand that. So I'm just joking around all the time. So I have nothing to say to the critics. They are right most of the times. But today we won, and it's a good day for us.
Okay.
No, every 3 points is massive at this moment, because we haven't started the season as we wanted, obviously, but we go game by game. So today was massive, as the next one now for us it will be massive too.
You had to fight so hard, Luke, particularly in that second half. But now that you have got it over the line, how much do you think you needed that win in front of your home fans?
Yeah, it was it was massive. I think we spoke a lot about the game before the game, about winning. The most important thing today was making sure we win and get the 3 points. And I think in the second half you could see how desperately we wanted to win. You know, we kind of just sat back and took a lot of pressure from them. But you know, I think the lads and the whole team defended really well, and you know, we're very happy with 3 points.
I suppose unity, but you still got to take it. Do you feel that you did that? You delivered the aggression that your manager's been asking for?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I feel like we started the game really well, really sharp, really physical. Put them under a lot of pressure in the first 5-10 minutes, and obviously that then, you know, brings the mistake from them. And then I think we know we can punish teams more with the chances we've created. But I think today definitely defensively we was much better at defending in the box, and you know, we're very pleased with that.
More reaction on that game on Sky Sports News and across our digital platforms, and right here with us.
Kansas City, Missouri, FanFest Day 1. We've still got one more game to come, by the way. It's Fulham against Brentford. That's the West London derby. Alan Shearer, Tim Howard, Robbie Earl, Robbie Mustoe, Rebecca Lowe, and a lot of very happy Manchester United fans in the building. Alan, before the game, you all thought Chelsea, but everything changed after 5 minutes. How is Ruben Amorim going to reflect on that today?
Well, he look at his players and think they're backing me, because they had to fight and scrap, and every bit of sweat they had to give for their club in that the second half, the last few minutes, and under huge pressure with Chelsea getting that one goal. We all said if Chelsea get one, which they did, then it would get really interesting. But they had to dig deep, roll their sleeves up, and fight and scrap. And in the end, they probably deserved the 3 points for that alone.
How do you think Enzo Maresca managed the game today?
Yeah, I was surprised at the substitutions, as I said. With regard to Palmer, he may have had an injury, so I get that one. But certainly with Neto's pace, I think they could have used him, particularly when they then go 10v10. But the two goalkeeping mistakes obviously cost Chelsea, and that's what's cost them the game today.
The game really well, really positive, considering how much sort of negativity was going round. You know, they benefited from a poor goalkeeping decision. Well, there was two things for me that stood out, and the boys mentioned it at the stadium. The fans at Old Trafford backed that team unbelievably. The fans here, the Kansas City fans here we've got today, backed that football club, and if they just can find wins and results, you know, it doesn't always have to be perfect, but just get a run of results, some confidence is going to come back into the football club.
But Robbie, that's why today's result was so important, because there had been some rumblings, some reports that if this today did not go the way for Manchester United, then maybe Amorim was going to start to lose a bit of that support. It was huge.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk about the players potentially losing faith in the manager that sticks to what he's the system-wise for a long period of time now, and the players in the dressing room. And I think there always has been conversations in the dressing room about the manager and how they're playing. But the result came today, and they deserved it. I agree with Alan. I think they were the better side. I think their approach was better. I didn't like Chelsea throughout the game. I liked Chelsea in the last 10 minutes when there's some desperation to try and score an equalising goal. I thought they lacked energy at the start. The goalkeeper made a mistake in 5 minutes, and they never really looked comfortable with what the manager tried to change to play with 10 men. It wasn't a great look for Chelsea, even with 10 men.
Yeah, just finally, Alan Alan, who are Chelsea? It's hard to describe them.
Yeah, it's always going to be very difficult with the changeover and with the amount of money that they've spent and bringing players into that team. It's going to take a lot of time. I mean, I'm not sure they're any further forward today than they were 2 years ago, despite all the money that's being spent. There's discussion about the long contracts. I get that and understand that because of the PSR rules and how Chelsea want to operate. But I still think going forward, there are plenty of questions to be answered from Chelsea. They were successful last year in the trophies that they won. I'm not sure they're a better team than they were 3 or 4 years ago, when they were really successful and winning all those trophies, despite the investment that's been made.
Alan, as always, it's been absolutely wonderful to have you with us at FanFest. Big thank you to Alan Shearer.
Significant moment in this game, coming as early as it did. The earliest a goalkeeper's been sent off for 30 years.
5 minutes into the game, and Gary and I mentioned before the game with the weather, it made it very difficult, decision-making. Let's start from Manchester United's point of view, because it is a good piece of play, and what it shows that they've got something to really work on, because when you've got Sesko and you can hit him and then you get a good run from Mbeumo, you can cause teams a lot of problems. You see Sesko gets up really early, beats Chalobah, and that's a good run. You can see there that the keeper comes out. It's a bad piece of play from his perspective. But I think from Chelsea's point of view, let's look at it now. You can see there that they end up in a bad position, really. You've got Caicedo.
The classic at Old Trafford was pure adrenaline. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1, and that game was a huge summary of what the Premier League has to offer: emotion, controversy, and goal in the end to blow up the crowd. Right at the initial, Ruben Amorim's team came in biting. High pressure, intensity, Bruno Fernandes distributing the game as maestro, and Old Trafford pulsing. And it wasn't long before the party starts. Rashford pulled the counter-attack from the left, rolled to Højlund, and he just had the job of pushing it to the back of the net. 1-0. The crowd's delirium, and the feeling that United were going to run over them. But then Chelsea decided to wake up. Enzo started to dictate the rhythm in the middle. Caicedo winning divided. And suddenly, the Blues were alive. Suffered a dangerous foul. The crowd asked for a red card for Casemiro, but the judge only gave silence. In the Cole Palmer hit, the ball deflected and Onana was sold. 1-1. Tension took over the stadium and the game turned into war. Second half started in a hurry. Each split looked like a World Cup final. Until the controversy came. Malo Gusto arrives late in Garnacho. The referee shows the second angle and expels the Chelsea fullback. Maresca freaked out on the sidelines, complained to the fourth referee. Looked like few friends, but nothing changed. Chelsea had one less, and that's when United grew up. Ruben Amorim did perfect reading. He called Eriksen and Antony to give more breath and silence. And the pressure turned into a massacre. Old ghosts of Old Trafford appeared. But this time the captain was happy. In the 78th minute, Bruno Fernandes put in a millimeter. Pass for Luke Shaw. The fullback entered the area as a striker and planted a crossbomb. Goal. 2-1. Explosion in Manchester. Shaw went out to the crowd, aimed for the championship, and the stadium collapsed. In the post-match, Bruno did not hide his pride. This is the Manchester United we want to see. Fighting to the end, playing with passion. Luke Shaw, still panting, said, "We needed that win to regain confidence. Today we show who's in charge at Old Trafford." Maresca, on Chelsea's side, was visibly angry. The expulsion killed the game. Until then we were doing very well. But he also praised the team's effort with one less. With this result, United rises to the table and approaches G4. The fans are already dreaming of Champions League again. Chelsea need to react quickly if they want to save the season. And you, do you think the expulsion was fair? Will United pack for good? Comment there, leave the like, and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the next hot reviews of the Premier League.